What is up, guys? It's Byron Jones Game, and today I'm joined with
The T pleasure.
friend Warbringers Unite. And today we have another, or at least I have another Nintendo Ideas video, and I have a first time featuring. He's a Nintendo Ideas virgin, and
What'd you call me?
but yeah. And today's topic, as you guys have probably saw in the description, is I've kind of changed it since last time I told Mike. It's games that you'd want to be remade on a Nintendo console or have a sequel on a Nintendo console. So like, let's just say Super Mario Galaxy 3, that would be fine, or like Super Mario 64 2 or whatever the sequel would be, or something like that. So yeah, I mean, you could basically do any like at Nintendo Entertainment System, Super Nintendo stuff, but likely that's probably never gonna happen unless they do some radical stuff. But yeah, radical. But so I'm gonna start with the guest, Michael. Let's start with 3DS games. What games would you want to be remade for the 3DS?
I think they should do some like old school side-scrolling games like Castlevania stuff.
Yeah.
Like the older games, the first 4.
Mhm. I don't know if you knew this, but there is actually a Castlevania game on the 3DS, but it's kind of like a 3D one.
Is it called Castlevania Rebirth?
No, like no.
Oh, 3D or 2D?
It's 3D, so it's like
Oh,
I think it is. I'm not sure. Correct. I'll put something like saying I'm wrong or something like that in the video, but I believe it is.
did it come out recently?
Maybe I don't think so. Maybe like 2012, 2013.
Oh,
So I mean, I guess it's not really, but all I know is that there's one for the 3DS. But I mean, side-scroller Castlevania would be pretty cool. You gotta have the
yeah,
old school
they've
music.
done Castlevania remakes in the past.
Mhm.
I think they need to give the second game a better shot, and I think they could do 3 and 4 well too. I think 1 might have been remade already,
Yeah.
but that doesn't mean you can't do it again.
Yeah. What about Super C or any Contra game? Do you think that deserves it, or do you think that's just out the window?
I think I'm not saying that it's different than Castlevania, but I think
Mm-hmm.
that they'd be more likely to make new games
For
because
that,
they made
yeah.
Contra 4, and that was in 2D, and that was
Mhm.
like.
Was it any? I've never played it. I've only played Super C and the original Contra.
Yeah, I think it'd be easier just to make a new game. It wouldn't be worth it.
Now this is kind of off topic, but you know how there's Call of Duty and Battlefield? Do you think Super
Yeah.
C would fit that kind of area?
3D that.
Yeah, would you want to do that, or would you want to keep it its own kind of, maybe a 2D kind of top
It sounds
view?
like some mod someone would do to Doom,
Yeah,
to be honest.
yeah.
Like a spread gun in 3D would be sweet though.
It would, but I don't think people would buy it if it was in 3D as much as they would for COD or Battlefield.
No, I don't think they'd make that game.
Yeah, I doubt they would. But let's get back on topic here. I don't think they should do any Mega Man games. What about you? I don't think they should, or
I
they
don't
will.
think they will unless, like you said, Nintendo, or I think Mighty Number 9 will just be the
Kind of the new Mega
replacement.
Man. Yeah. But I feel like I was talking to Mike earlier about how Nintendo helped the team. I forget who owns Bayonetta, helped them create the game. And I feel like maybe if they could not, maybe if they don't buy Mega Man, because I know people want to buy Mega Man, because Capcom isn't doing crap with Mega Man. I feel like that would be a perfect time to Nintendo to show like what they would do for Mega Man, but I don't think that's going to happen, even though how much I want it to happen, and I think you would want that to happen as well, Mike.
Yeah, probably happen though.
Yeah, and any other 3DS games? I know you're not really familiar with the GameCube or N64 era. I mean,
Nah, I don't know.
yeah.
Oh, maybe. No.
Well, tell
Maybe
me,
Kirby 64 or something. I don't know.
you mean the Crystal Shards or whatever?
Yeah.
I've never played that, so I can't really say my opinion on that. But I'd love to have another Kirby game on the 3DS. Triple Deluxe is really good.
It seems like they're making a ton of those.
Yeah, I mean, ton of like Kirby games or just.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's only one on the 3DS, and there's one new one coming out, which is Rainbow Curse. So that's, I mean, usually I think there's 2 per. I think they're gonna probably do 2 for Wii U and 2 for 3DS. But there's only one for each so far, including the Rainbow Curse coming out in February.
Yeah, the thing is, a lot of Kirby games have already been remade though, or at least the better ones.
I mean, I know Superstar has been remade on the DS, I believe.
Yeah, Adventure was remade for Game Boy too.
Yeah, but I don't think there have been remakes for the home console versions, at least. Because I mean,
Besides Superstar. Wait,
yeah,
what do you
besides Superstar, I meant like there
mean? And
hasn't.
Adventure.
Yeah, yeah.
Those are both home.
What about Kirby Air Ride? What are your thoughts on that?
I've never played that game. I have no idea what it is.
I know. I don't. It's kind of intrigued. I'm kind of intrigued to play it, but I don't know if it's just another rip-off of Mario Kart 8. Not Mario Kart 8, any Mario Kart game or something.
The future.
The future is now.
They just went back. They went forward so they wouldn't have to make a game, and they just
yeah.
Downgraded the graphics for
Oh,
GameCube.
of course. Yeah. Speaking of downgrading, since technically, what's it called? There's been a lot of remade Zelda games lately, and I know you said you didn't really think they should or will remake any games soon, but I think
they've done that way. I don't know too much, but
yeah,
enough.
I mean, I'm all for Majora's Mask. I've never played it, and I want to try it because I've heard it's pretty good, and I enjoyed Wind Waker a lot, HD. But I want to see one more remake come to the Wii U. I bet you.
I know which game.
This is just. I don't think you're gonna. I told you this earlier, but I don't think you're gonna agree. You probably have something else in mind that you want to be remade for the Wii U. But I really want Twilight Princess. I just feel
Zelda 2 should be remade
for the Wii
It's a
U.
perfect fit because they've remade the game before and after it. Even though the game before it was remade, it wasn't.
I mean, I guess it'd be kind of cool. I mean, obviously people would buy it, but everyone hates Zelda 2. Like most people hate.
Don't.
It's like so weird. It's like a side scroller kind of thing. I don't really think that fits for Zelda.
I think. Well, the only reason I haven't like played through it and stuff is it's really freaking hard.
Yeah.
But I don't really like Zelda. Besides the first game, when I played the first game, it was fun.
Yeah. You might like the one on the 3DS actually, Link Between Worlds. That's a very good game. I like it. I think it was voted Game of the Year for 2013.
Yeah, the thing is they remade the first game, but very little people played the remake. It was like it was like a rare thing.
Haha, rare.
Yeah, rare made it. They paid full price for the rights to the game.
Full price, yeah. Imagine if they did do that and it was like on Xbox now, Zelda and stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure Rare has all the money in the world now.
Of course, yeah, with their Connect sports games and everything.
Yeah, it's Connect Zelda.
$1 million franchise.
Well, they had like Link's crossbow training. It's kind of like that, right?
Yeah, that's stupid.
It's probably worse.
Yeah. But I really think that Twilight Princess would be kind of cool. I feel like it would the new updated graphics would really help it out a lot. And I feel like that one game you could add DLC. That's the only Zelda game I would allow like DLC, free DLC though, kind of like at the end, like another story or what happened before Twilight Princess, that kind of stuff. I feel like there's some kind of
like a prequel?
Yeah, I feel like you should have the game, but then add a little bit more to either the beginning or the end, or maybe to both, to make it kind of a new game, but like a new experience, but the same game. If you get what I mean.
I think there's.
I feel like that'd be something.
Remake that game. I think
it's not really a remake. I think it's more of like an updated version. Like that's a remake where they remade the graphics, but I feel like they should add a little bit more to it. So I think it's a little something different than a remake.
Yeah, like they did this thing on GameCube. It was like Ocarina of Time, but it had this Master
Quest. Yeah.
Yeah. So
isn't like everything's backwards? That's like Master Quest. I think is when everything's backwards, but I'm not sure.
I don't know.
But I mean, like... I
don't think they just make a game backwards.
Yeah.
I think it had additional stuff.
Yeah, but kind of like that, I guess. But I'm hoping, like, a little bit more. Like, you actually add DLC or something to it. Or something like that. I feel like...
I don't know if they do... Did they do DLC with Wind Waker, though? I don't think...
No, Wind Waker... Wind Waker was just a straight-up, like, port. It wasn't even...
Yeah, I think they do something like that in...
Maybe, I mean...
Disc.
Yeah, I'd be fine with just a remake of Twilight Princess. I've never played it, and I feel like I played it, actually no, I played it once. That's when I rented it from like family video, some thing like that, and it was alright. Just it was kind of, I know you mentioned you could get kind of blurry sometimes, and I feel like it was too dark.
I didn't
at some
really
points.
mind the visuals.
I like.
Wasn't my complaint. I just don't like the Zelda format, really.
Yeah. If someone watches our video, I bet you they're gonna be hating right now because they hear that. I don't know.
Ooh, Zelda Master? Yeah. Or that fish guy?
Alright, we're just gonna go to the next game.
Kevin doesn't like Zelda, so he
no, alright.
Oh, as far as I know, he probably doesn't.
There are two more GameCube games that I would really want to be remade. One of them would be F-Zero GX, and what are your thoughts on that for the Wii U?
F-Zero GX?
Yeah, because I've only played the Super Nintendo, and I really want to try this one.
I don't see why they just wouldn't make a new game.
Well, Miyamoto said that he had no new ideas for a F-Zero game. That's why there's no Wii ones, and there's no current ones out now. So that's what I kind of thought, well, if he has no new ideas to make a new F-Zero, why not just...
The thing is, though, does F-Zero really have a plot?
Yeah, but does Mario have a... I mean, Mario save the princess, kill mushrooms, stuff like that. I mean, I don't think a good game has to... Certain games don't have to have a good plot. Mario Kart 8...
I'm not really saying it's bad because it doesn't. I'm just saying...
Oh.
Would it really be worth remaking? Why don't they just make a new game? It wouldn't have to have a plot.
I guess I don't know. I'm thinking that just for okay, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but was F-Zero GX even released in America? I
have no clue.
Something's telling me that it's not.
But
I mean,
I know there's some like disk drive stuff for N64, but that doesn't count.
Yeah.
I think it was, or else you wouldn't have heard of it.
I mean, well, I think I've heard of it because people were mad it didn't come to America. I don't know. I might be wrong. I probably am wrong. Most of the time I'm wrong, especially on tests.
Okay.
But and with the ladies, but sometimes they're going on the wrong end, if you know what I mean. Actually,
there is no wrong end. That's like belly button.
Let me penetrate your belly button, baby.
Go for the ears or the...
Okay,
the snout.
Alright, the snout? What, girl? Can I penetrate your snout? Okay, but the next game I thought that is logical would be Super Mario Sunshine, which I think will happen eventually. In my mind, there's no doubt about it. It's gonna happen.
I think so too. I think even that probably had a higher demand than Wind Waker, I think.
Yeah,
Wind Waker.
I think, well, the reason why they actually picked Wind Waker is because that has more of an expanded map, and they wanted to try it out for, see how it worked on the Wii U for, the new Zelda game that they're making. At least that's what I heard.
Oh, okay.
And so, which is reasonable. I mean, I enjoyed. I mean, Wind Waker has beautiful graphics, though, and it had really good graphics on the GameCube, too, but I really think Sunshine would be awesome. I don't think Super Mario 64 is going to be remade for the Wii U. It would look really cool in HD. I would enjoy that, but I don't think. If anything, it would be on the 3DS, which I don't even think is going to happen because it was recently ported to the DS.
Which was?
And Super Mario 64. That's not getting a remake. No.
Oh yeah. Oh, I just looked it up. I searched Nintendo remakes, and there's actually someone's making a fan-made remake of Mario 64. It's in HD too. Right.
So is it like a disc, or what do you do with?
I don't know. I don't know. I just. Saw
I wonder. Well, this kind of.
It was posted yesterday or the day before.
Oh, that's kind of cool. But this kind of off topic. But you know what Project M is? Have you heard of it? It's a Smash Bros game. It's a fan-made Smash Bros game that people were mad about Brawl, how it didn't play like Melee. So what you do?
Yeah.
You download that in an SD card, and then you have your Brawl disc, and you download it to the Brawl disc in the thing. I wonder if it's gonna be kind of like that. Have some Mario disc, and then you port the.
So it's like a map pack.
Maybe, I guess. I mean, that's the only reason how you. I don't know how you did it. It didn't
really look like that though. It looked like it might be
for the
not
PC.
Wii U, of course, but like a weird PC game.
Yeah. That's
fan made, but I don't know why.
I'm gonna be if that comes out. I'll try it out. Just a future reference in 2035 when that comes out. remember to
Yeah, it would
record
take
it.
that long.
Yeah.
Here's the thing though, because those, you know, like Super Mario Brothers crossover.
Oh yeah, I love that game.
Yeah, that hasn't been shut down and stuff. Like Nintendo hasn't sued them or anything,
You know,
but that
because
game.
I think they probably think it's kind of. I mean, it's not like they're saying
Cool,
it. Yeah.
It's not like trying to do any. It doesn't even make. They don't make money off of that.
Yeah. So
That's not an issue, but
I feel like if you don't make money, it'll be fine. I mean.
yeah, I'm not saying that game. That game's been in the works for like 5 years.
Yeah.
But I think if you have a 3D game, even if it's already made pretty much, you just have to revamp it.
Mhm.
I think it would take a while, and I don't think
Yeah.
it would have enough support if it was just going to be PC.
Okay, I have another 3DS title that I told you about. I think this should be remade. It's Donkey Kong 3D. You don't, and you said you don't think it will because why didn't you think that would ever happen?
Donkey Kong 64?
Yeah, Donkey Kong 64 remade on the 3DS.
I don't think there's enough demand for it. I don't think enough people
Yeah.
played that game.
Well, no, I know. I think a lot of people. Actually, I think a lot of people did play on the 64, but I just don't think people would know what it is. What my thinking was this: I really enjoyed Tropical Freeze, and I enjoyed Return on. I had Donkey Kong's Return on my 3DS. My thought was, why not introduce all these new gamers into the Donkey Kong 3D world when they did with the N64?
The thing is, they only made one of those games.
Exactly, but what I'm thinking
it's
is
it's just an individual game.
It is, but if you remake that for the 3DS, and let's just say it does well. I mean, it doesn't have to do the well. The 3DS is already getting a good amount of money. I mean, let's be honest. There's a lot of good games in the library. So if
not more than the PS Vita.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be honest. I don't even want to get the PS Vita. It just doesn't look like my kind of.
It doesn't have any games.
Yeah, but I think that if a lot of people like the 3D thing, I feel like they could introduce a new game for the Wii U kind of thing, like an HD. Because Tropical Freeze, some people thought it was their game of the year. Donkey Kong Returns, everyone loved because it was the return of Donkey Kong Country. I feel like maybe if they have another kind of Donkey Kong, I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud, but I feel like it. I mean, would you play it if they had a remake? Because I've played a little bit of it, but
I don't know.
I mean, have you played any of the recent Donkey Kong Country games, like the last two?
No, not really.
Yeah, I mean, you should play sometime. It's pretty good. Next time you come over, but that's not the point. But I mean, I think that I'd enjoy it, but if you see my Nintendo 2015 games calendar, I put it in for 2015, but I was just BSing because I just wanted it to happen. I don't think it's gonna happen, but yeah. No, is there any other games that you want to like legit remake on, or?
Like only remake, not because that, you know, like Link Between Worlds and that new Yoshi. Remakes.
I'm getting to that. Don't worry, I'm getting to that. I'm just saying anything else you want a remake of or no?
Not really.
I think I'm good. I mean, I want Banjo-Kazooie and Conquer. That's never gonna happen. But yeah, any Sonic games that you want a remake of?
No, they would not do it.
They would.
Well, maybe Sonic CD. That's it.
We all want Sonic 06, don't we?
Oh, that actually they could probably fix that game up.
If they could. And the thing is,
they just took out the story and then made it from scratch.
That's a game. Right. That's a GameCube game, if I'm correct, right?
I don't know. It might have been a GameCube. I thought it was like Xbox, PS3 stuff.
Oh, something. I don't know. I feel like it was on GameCube too. I feel like Nintendo has like a process where they can turn GameCube games into Wii U games. I feel like if anything, any Sonic game you would be able to do that would be one that you'd want to do.
I think I don't know, but I think all the Sonic games on GameCube were trash.
Yeah,
I can't think of anyone that.
I'm not really that much of a Sonic fan, anyways.
I only like the first three. Yeah. And CD kind of.
But
being CD though.
Those are our remake games, and let's get to the other part of this segment: sequels, or kind of like a continuous, maybe not a direct sequel, but you can tell it's something from that kind of thing, such as like Yoshi's Woolly World and Kirby. What's it called? Epic Yarn.
I think Return to Dreamland.
That's a
go into that too, even though that came out like 4 years ago or 3.
Yeah, on the Wii. But is there any other sequels to games? Like I really want Super Mario Galaxy 3. it might even happen. I feel like they could do so much more with that franchise too.
Yeah, what was I gonna say? Some game.
Well, while you're thinking, I feel like that, I mean, there's not really much sequel. I want, Diddy Kong Racing 2 for the 3DS. I've told you earlier that about Diddy Kong not being in Mario Kart 7, Mario Kart 8, that might be a hint to having his own racing game. But, I mean, we're never gonna know unless they actually announce it. Which, I mean, I think would be kind of cool because it had like a, had its own story, had its own overworld, which I think it was kind of cool.
Yeah, I don't think they do like a. Hey, Mrs. Byron. What's up?
Yeah, she wants me to read, and I just said like 5 more minutes. I just have to read like 5. I have to read like 5 pages of my American Issues documentary reader for A push.
I can do that too.
Yeah, but
Fun.
yeah, but I mean, there's those 2 games are really the only ones I want a sequel to. I mean, there's not really like, for me, I don't really think Nintendo has like sequel games that like follow up. I mean, at least
it seems like they've been kind of like in the style of like Link Between Worlds and Dreamland stuff.
Would you consider a lot of the Legend of Zelda franchises sequels? And they might not be direct sequels, but have you seen the timeline at all, or you're not really?
I looked at it a few times.
It's really it's really crazy.
I didn't take notes.
Yeah, I memorized some of it because I just looked. I took notes during class, Michael.
If I recall correctly, Ocarina is first, isn't it?
No.
One of those.
Skyward Sword.
Oh.
Ocarina of Time is what splits all 3 into 3 different timelines. But I'm not.
Right.
It's hard to explain. You just gotta see the map. So as you were saying, Michael.
Yeah, they've been doing new games in the style of old ones, which I think
is kind of cool. I mean, it's not.
It's cool, I guess. I don't know how much longer they do it. I don't think they're gonna do it with Metroid though.
Now.
Because the thing is with Zelda and Kirby, it's like cartoony and stuff. And
I mean, not all Zelda's cartoony.
It'd be a lot harder. They would just have better luck making the game.
Now, let's talk about Metroid sequels for a second, or we could get into the remakes too. Let's start with 3DS. So I think you're with me on this. For 3DS, would you want a side scroller for the 3DS?
That'd be better.
Yeah. Would you want a remake or a whole new game?
I think a remake would be too hard.
Yeah, because there's not really any actual like 3DS anything close to the 3DS that you could like. I don't know. I mean, was there even a Metroid game on the N64?
No.
Yeah. So I mean, I think it'd be tough to make a remake, but I feel like that it'd be perfect. Just a new side scroller. And for the Wii U, I don't even think there should be remakes. I think there should just legit be 2 straight up new games.
Wii U would be even harder.
Yeah, I feel like
the games just look like you couldn't do much in 3D. They just look good in 2D. The side scrolling games.
Yeah, and for the 3D like Metroid Prime series, I don't think you should remake any of those, especially not Other M. My God, not Other M. But I feel like the Metroid Prime series are just you should just leave them be. They're too good of games. You snorting some cocaine there, Michael?
Yeah, you want some?
No, dude, we can't. We're video chatting, man. I mean,
oh,
unless you want to drive. Yeah. Oh, okay.
See, this is my bong.
Oh yeah. I'll put a picture of a bong on the thing. Okay, but I feel like a new Metroid for the Wii U.
Oh, my thumb's stuck.
Ah, crap. You know those things that you put your fingers in, you try to pull out and they can't.
Chinese,
I hate those. I used to get so mad when I put my fingers in. But I feel like they should just make 2 like straight up new games. One for the, but I feel like there should be 2 different games, not just like the same
at the same release window though.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's gonna happen. I feel like the 3DS one would come first, because it would take a little shorter to make that. I feel like the 3DS one would come early 2016 if they did do one, and the other one would come like August 2016. But that's just what I think. I might know maybe June 2016, a couple months apart, because I feel like they should be totally different stories and different games. That way it's not kind of like a Smash thing, Because like people bought the 3DS one, and then when they buy the Wii U one, they're not gonna play the 3DS as much. But
I
if
think they did that just to
yeah, kind of
get it out. I
hype
think if they had
hype
enough
train.
time in advance, they could.
Yeah.
I think they could release two at the same time.
Yeah. Well, I we'll never know until until the next E3. Cause I bet you anything they're gonna announce some Metroid games at this E3 for 2016. They have to. But I'm gonna force them. But actually, there was a Metroid game that was gonna be a DS game called I think Metroid Hunters.
Oh, Metroid Prime Hunters.
Yeah. No, not that. There's a Metroid something.
Pinball.
It was Pinball.
That's
Yeah.
a fun game.
No, not Metroid Prime Hunters. That was actually a game, but they were working on a second DS game, but that it just never like they were like a third of the way into it, and they just stopped working on it. But other than that, yeah. Then I saw some other art that Retro Studios was working on a 3DS Zelda game, and they had some concept art, but the game was dropped, and instead they decided to make Luigi's Mansion for the 3DS.
Yeah, you know, I really think they should do a remake to Metroid Prime Pinball though.
Really?
Like, you just need more.
Why not just put it on the Virtual Console or something?
It's a DS game.
Oh, Metroid Prime Pinball. Then you can play it on your 3DS. And what's the point?
I need a new game. I need 3D.
All right, guys. I mean, is there
graphics.
anything else we can talk about? I mean, there's not really any more sequels or remakes that we could do besides.
I think they should remake old Castlevania games, but like
Yeah.
specific ones.
Mhm. Okay, guys. Well, I think this video's gone on long enough. This has been Byron Jones the Game, and I've enjoyed with
Pleasure.
from Warbringers Unite, and I'll leave a link in this to his channel in the description. And just out of curiosity, I'm gonna post this in the video anyways. Are you gonna post anything on your channel?
Maybe next month.
Next one. Aren't you working on some songs?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll talk after the video. But this has been Nintendo Ideas of Byron Jones the Game. Pleasure. Leave a like, subscribe, comment, and I want you to stay fresh, YouTube.
Peace out, ladies.
Yes, or senors. So goodbye. Stay fresh.